Welcome to the program, everybody. It's so lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. I'm your boyfriend, George. I'm as ecstatic to be here with you as I am each and every night. So nice we do it twice, a 7 o'clock and an 11:30 show. And we plan the program out, but from time to time, things change. Sometimes they change because of something wonderful. Those are better moments than these ones. Sometimes they change because of something not so wonderful. Robin Doolittle was supposed to be on the program tonight. Robin so graciously has agreed to do the program tomorrow night. The reason is, of course, you've heard that Philip Seymour Hoffman has passed away, which is brutal, to be honest. Loss in any context is tough. And if you've lost somebody to an overdose, to addiction, you know that it's just a different kind of tough. And part of the reason we want to have an interview show so that we can share stories and share experiences, and you share your stories and you share experiences, in part because it's nice, but really, if you do this job right, and I mean this job as a human, if you do this job right, that someone out there who really needs to hear it at a time when they really need to hear it, when she or he are in their worst moment, that's why you do it, to reach them. Wes Bentley was on our program, talked a lot about that struggle.
You know, I didn't surround myself with the right people at the right time. There were people who tried, but I rejected them. It's almost like, you know, that thing, that beast inside me, it wanted to tear me down, that beast of addiction. It's always looking for a way, you know, even when you're sober or clean or before you even drank. It's always looking for a way to corner you and hold you up and get you to do what it wants you to do.
When you were using, were you watching other celebrities talk about their own addiction? Oh,
yeah, absolutely. It's a big part of why I do talk about it in public. I would be strung out all night or all morning. I don't know what time it was. And I'd see Robert Downey Jr. on TV after he had cleaned up, or someone else, or talking about being sober. Or I saw them and knew that they could make it and that they could be successful again and happy again. And that's where I'm at now. I'm getting some success again, and I'm happy. I'm happier than I've ever been. And I was at that place. I was sitting at home, clutching my heart, hoping it wouldn't stop, and listening to these guys talk, knowing that there one day might be a way out of this.
All right, if you're in that hole right now, make a call, share, and talk. Don't go it alone, okay? Because we need you to hang around. Let's deal with the day. Okay, we're going to switch gears and switch the mood for a second. I want to talk not so much about the Super Bowl last night, aside from the great tweets, and there were wonderful tweets out there. Bob Mackless from TSN Radio tweeted halfway through the game that Denver must have forgotten their safe word, which was spectacular. My favorite Super Bowl-related clip had nothing to do with the game. Listen closely to the question. And Richard Sherman, who I've ripped in the past for not acting like a responsible human being, he handled it beautifully. But just listen closely to the question. Football scrum. Listen to this.
As far as money is concerned, all of these football guys is going into their strip clubs and raining down on these strippers. I think that's a bad example for our young ladies. How can we stop that? Because I think it's a bad example that we're setting for our young girls, that they need to be strippers. How do we deal with that issue?
Oh well, I've never gone to the strip club and thrown money, so I couldn't tell you. But I guess trying to understand that there are other avenues, there's other ways you can make money, that women can do anything they want in this world. You know, you can go out there and be a CEO of a company. You can go out there and like I said before, the same can be said for kids in the inner city, that the ceiling is limitless, and don't limit yourself to those possibilities and those circumstances.
Okay, that was fantastic. She was right, and he was right. Speaking of football, okay, there's this. We know about this, right? And then there's this. And then there's this. And then there's this. Do not, under any circumstances, let him anywhere near a Team Canada jersey during Sochi. If you own a sporting goods store, put that picture up. That V doesn't stand for victory, okay? On the other hand, in a month or two, if he wants to wear a New York Yankees hat, I am totally fine with that one. By the way, in terms of the prediction, who was right, huh? Who was right? There's Thebes the dog making a choice, Broncos or Seahawks, and look, interception! Not the only time something meant to go to a Bronco ended up in the hand of a Seahawk. It's incredible. So nice, and Fraser's very excited about that one. Okay, so in Canada, one thing, it's Opposition Day in the House of Commons. Remember back in the day, you'd go to a bank machine, it was like $1 to use it, then it was $1.50, then it was $2, then your service charge was $2.50, and just part of your finger. And now you have to say English or French or Spanish or, Cantonese. You hit the button and they go, okay, and I want a kidney, and you go, okay, and you accept that, right? And then the kidney wasn't good enough. Now they needed a co-signer. Well, the New Democratic Party of Canada is looking to score their own victory with you, the consumer, because they forwarded a motion in the House to have the government agree to limit service charges. They want to limit the service charges at ATMs, those robbers, to 50 cents per transaction. 50 cents, that would be fantastic. Right, that's fine, that's fine. You want to really impress me? Why don't you limit the person in front of me that they can't use it for more than 3 minutes, okay? It's okay. And finally, my friends, in cultural observances, it is Black History Month. We'll get to that. And also, our Japanese friends are making setsuban today. What is it? Our friend and co-creator of Choir can help.
Hey George, Nobu here. I used to work on the show. I'm also Japanese, which I guess is convenient for you and this bit. And I know you're asking, what exactly is setsuban? Well, it's the annual Japanese tradition to mark the changing of the lunar calendar from winter to spring. Now, tomorrow's not exactly going to be spring-like, but the point is to court new and positive energy and to drive out all the lingering devils and goblins of the previous year who are definitely out to get you. Beelzebub. So, what kind of lethal ammo do we use to wage war on these metaphysical monsters? Bangs. Days to bangs. Beans. Just beans, George. Here's how it works. You throw beans in an unlucky direction and you say, Oniwa shoto, which means, get the f*** out of here, you devil. Goblin, thing, evil. But then you turn toward the good fortune and you go, boo, the beans. You go, fukuwa uchi, fukuwa uchi. And you say, come on in, Lady Luck. Come on in. And you do this in every room and nook and corner of your house. Good fortune. And once you do it, you're going to be good for the year.
Hey, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Noble. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Tossing beans everywhere.
Yeah.
How do I know which are good beans and which are bad beans?
George, if you can't tell the difference between a good bean and a bad bean, I can't help you, man.
Is this a good bean or is this a bad bean?
Get out of here, bud. Go get some goblins. And get back to the studio. You're on the air. And that's setsuban.
Thank you very much, Noble Airmen. If you can't eat them, join them. That's your Debrief. Okay. Apparently it takes forever to cook them. Okay.